time.
Pretty good. Oh,
You're on, Pete.
From across the wine dark seas of space, out of the 21st century and into the 6th dimension, it's the future adventures of Commander Mark Time! Star Detective of the Circumsolar Federation.
Spike the speed, Doc. Take over the tiller, Bob. Here we go through Time Warp 2!
Let's join Mark and his cosmic companions, Cadet Ensign Bob Bunny from Moon Camp, Dr. Elmo Technical from Terra Time Lab, and their all-digital sidekick, Roscoe, the irrelevant robot, navigating the known universe aboard the Federation flagship battle wagon Pegasus 2. Today's episode, Sandspin City!
City. I told you, Mark, and I'll tell you again.
I bet you will.
The cues on this show are just uncanny, aren't they? I've been lost on a lot of lost worlds with lots of alien deserts, but Planet X had knocked the nips off in a nebulae. Bob, I believe it's your line.
Yeah, Bob, you busy there doing all them fart-like sound effects.
I was trying to get the fart machine to work. It's really acting up.
Just hit that slide projector again.
Listen, those weirdly cool spook tales that were running around Moon Camp really freaked me out. You know, around Planet X's gardens of fear.
All right. I've heard enough, Dobbenbach.
Oh, you have? Doc and Bob.
Roscoe is on.
Ray.
Sorry.
Oh, it's working good now.
Excuse me, Roscoe is on. I'll take one for that fart. Commander Toon, would you like an actual quotation from an early 21st century Texan?
Well, I'm not sure I know what a Texan is, Roscoe.
Before my time, Mark.
This is a rich category of cyber jokes stored in my box. For example, Texas House Speaker Gib Lewis said, "We'll run it up the flagpole and see who salutes that booger."
Thanks for sharing.
Not sure about that at all.
He also said what?
Oh, there's a lot of uncertainty that's not clear in my mind.
Well, I'm darn certain he spoke for all Tehikos, whoever they might have been.
Kick me when I miss my next line.
Never mind
right?
that now. Let's never mind. The Prince of Old Noir is waiting for us under a coal-black prairie palm in the oasis of El Petrol.
Golly!
Who wrote this stuff?
Did any of you space monkeys ever see an ancient holo flicker called Bo Jesty?
Oh, Rockin' Retro Stock, sure. Sand dunes and samurais. What wasn't that about?
Well, sort of, Bob, but over the next one.
What, next samurai?
No, the next sand dune, Bob.
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Tank.
Over the next one lies the largest and most fertile oasis in the Wacko Desert.
Keep walking.
The locals call it El Petrol, which, of course, in this planet's language means Garden of Fear.
Oh, boy.
Thought it would have meant Garden of Oil. Aren't you supposed to cover your head with your hands when you say that, Mark?
Well, it is a local custom.
Well, do it.
Roscoe is on.
Oh, he's on again.
If you will permit me to have the opportunity to compute something helpful and so to justify the expense of my design, animation, and heightened 3D mensuriality. What kind of writing is this for a robot?
You look solid, okay, but your darn shadow's all cockeyed. And look under your boots. There's no damn footprints.
No.
You could try the helpline.
All right, stand easy, men.
Standing is easy, Commander.
Comedy is hard.
Can I stop pushing this
That's
walking button?
It's interstellar comedy that's hard, said Doc.
I think he jumped your cue,
Sorry.
Doc.
Okay, are those my cues?
Yes.
Pull them out of the fire!
When we enter the outskirts of the oasis, boys, pull your cloaks up over your faces. That way, no one can know that we're genetically different.
Oh, fully mutated in my case, sir. Hippity hop.
Our job is to find, discover, root out, capture, and imprison the Prince of Old Noir, and so to alter the course of history on Planet X. Let's go!
Let's go!
Mouthwind.
Oh, you're in the desert of Mouthwind. Where in this oasis of black hardness did they hold you prisoner, Mark?
Well, everywhere and nowhere, Doc.
Yeah?
Now, remember, the tricky treachery of these Planet Xers is very far advanced.
No.
They throw a spell of a cell around you, and you're caught behind bars of your own brain.
Wow.
But we're headed for that group of sandstone towers. over there.
Where are all the extras, Mr. Time? This path is empty and all the doors are closed. Gee whiz. How come my sound effects box isn't working?
Well, it's because you're the junior officer, Junior. Don't worry. It'll be quiet here for just a moment, Bob, and then all of a sudden...
Yeah?
Well, all of a sudden...
Your imagination kicks in, see?
Yes, that's right.
That's right, and you can imagine a marketplace.
That's
a lot
right.
Of ambience, they
a lot
call
of
it,
stuff going on in the marketplace.
Right. A lot of little voices.
There you go. Walla walla. All right, boys. We'll meet under those towers. Find your own ways through the crowd. Be careful. And you, Roscoe?
Roscoe is on.
Try morphing into something a little less combat-ready.
It's a glitch in my program, Travolta virus. You could call the helpline.
Oh, never mind. And remember your Circumsolar Federation oath. Speak rhetorically and carry a big blaster.
Aye, Commander Time.
Wow. There sure are a shipload of aliens hereabouts. Looks like all the work's getting done by the six-armed wogglebogs from Cooch Bazoom in the Bomb Nebula. Then there's all these rich-looking Planet Xers riding around in fancy bug-drawn buggies. And meanwhile, look, you got the Plutocrats and the Solar Topies cell phone in the local army, which is standing around under the coal-black prairie palms with fully powered-up geezer blasters. Yikes! Maybe ducking down this alleyway will get me to those towers yonder faster.
Get him some oxygen. That was a long paragraph.
There's a cut in
Roscoe is on. Cleverly disguising my dynamite graphics as a three-hump bacterian camel, I am chewing the infinite cud of my memory banks alongside the wall of Planet X, sacred and mysterious garden of El Patrol. Knock, knock, who's there? Afghan. Afghan who? The best played lands, Afghan astray. Ha, ha. It is, however, my expository duty to say that within these oily walls, 2 stone towers rise, capped by ancient 20th century boxes, oh boom. As the magic hours of 10, 2, and 4 made holy by legendary prophet and prune farmer Dr. Pepper, the boxes boom forth a call to fear, but Roscoe is not afraid. Roscoe is only a thrilling illusion.
Prawns, prawns, prawns from the sound effects caravans of Paprika
from the underbellies of aliens.
Sound effects.
Patrol says you must wear a hat.
Missiles! Cruise
Sound
missiles!
effects.
Tom Cruise missiles!
Sound
Bore your
effects.
enemies to death!
Voila.
Missiles impossible!
By the snake pits of Sirius 5, I've got another line, and it's a big one, too. The crowds at the dad-blasted market are thicker than Mars flies on a piece of old red cheese. Maybe I can hitch a ride onto one of these woggle buggles. They're so crowded. Go ahead, boys. Get a sandwich. Planet Xers out there shopping. They'll never notice another fellow with dark glasses and a degree from Harvard.
It's Bob.
Golly, gamma rays! My Mark Time Global Action Finder's battery's running out. I know I'm somewhere on the south side of the North Pole, but all these sand dunes look pretty much the same to me. Well, when I'm in a really tough and perplexing situation like this, I know I just gotta do what a mooncap trained buddy's gotta do. Start digging!
Oh, we're too late. There's the 2 o'clock call to fear, and that means everyone on Planet X will spend the next 20 minutes eyeing each other suspiciously and chanting from the Book of Phobias. I'd better just sit quietly here under this oil palm and pretend to read my copy of the book. Let's see. What a strange belief system the Planet Xers have. Telephobia, that's fear of seeing women. Deliphobia, that's fear of salami. Hillary-phobia, fear of women being too smart for their own good. Bilary-phobia, fear of salami, cigars, and big sticks, And xenophobia, fear of never getting any.
As Mark sits patiently if fearfully under a dripping petroleum palm, Bob Bunny tunnels along skillfully toward the walls of the Palace of the Prince of Ol Noir. Doc Technical, riding in a bug-drawn woggle bus, computes a few of his favorite mathematical puzzles and waits for his next overly long part. And Roscoe, lazily chewing his half-digested analogs, runs down a century-old file of knock-knock jokes. Meanwhile, within the walls of the Garden of Fear, the Prince of Noir drinks from a small cup of gunpowder tea and discusses his plans with his chief counselors, Prince Bandar Snatch and Ayatollah Fall.
Ah, Snatch, it is truly a gift of the great god Bill that we have in less than a century of interplanetary travel cornered the market on weapons-grade warp oil.
And so we control the natural desire of all humans everywhere to hyperdrive faster and further than necessary.
And thus to consolidate your princely powers, run Planet X as we see fit and have all the pure gold.
Impure girls.
Platinum dune buggies.
Solomon silver sit-down outhouses.
And great vintages from the cellars of old California.
Which we now rule.
Benevolently,
If strictly.
and by controlling the interplanetary distribution of holoflicks about the life of the great god Bill.
Which are the only holy flicks we allow in California to make.
So let it be so in the name of Bill.
Bill willing. There is, however, one problem facing us, Prince
Tell me,
Noir.
Snatch.
The evolutionary forces of the Federation are on to our galactic scam, Bill
Even
willing.
though we
Not
have paid
to
off the
mention-
rulers of Earth with interstellar for fuel contracts and high-class scumbuggies.
Not to mention, sorry, covertly supporting the election of Earth President Bush W. Exxon.
Didn't I mention you shouldn't mention that?
That you did,
No,
of
but
course.
it's so delicious because Earthlings are so stupid.
Not all of them, apparently. We've heard rumors of a plot to kidnap your billness and put you in a black hole for the next million years.
Even now, it is possible that members of a Federation team are on their way to Planet X.
Look out! Look out! Hey, what is happening?
Earthquake!
No, it's erupting!
No, only the sound effects table is shaking.
Rattling!
And rolling. The ground beneath us is erupting.
Oh, holy carbon dust! It looks like I tunneled way too far. What's up, Doc?
So Bobby Bunny has witlessly penetrated the Garden of Fear, leaving his companions outside the walls. How will Mark Time know? And what will Mark and Doc do? Can Roscoe tear himself away from an inner turmoil of knock-knock jokes? Only the next episode can tell. So set your stats to the same channel, same time warp, same data grab for Chapter 3, The Will of Bill on Mark Time!